After several years of not touching my old farm in Stardew Valley, I decided to restart a new one from scratch. I missed the cozy challenge of building something from nothing, and we have exactly 28 days of the first spring season to start building a new life in the valley. So here it goes. Starting the game, I was presented with options. I decided to go with Hilltop Farm because I thought it would be nice to have ore and geodes at my farm, which you'll see later how it's quite helpful. The cutscene shows that my grandpa gave me a letter before he died, but only to be opened at a later year when I'm feeling stuck and desperate with life. So XX years later, I was working at Joja Corporation and feeling depressed. So I finally opened the letter, which tells me there's a farm named Cozyville Farm. I named that, by the way. My grandpa had left behind. He said it would be the perfect place to start my new life. So the desperate me packed my life and moved away from the city life to start a farm. Arriving in Stardew Valley, I was greeted by this lady named Robin, who is the local carpenter. The mayor appointed her to show me the way to Cozyville Farm. Why her? I don't know. The farm looks quite messy and overgrown at this point, with my grandpa's old cottage there. The mayor, Mayor Lewis, pops up to say hi, but I was too tired, so I went to bed. And so begins day one of spring at the farm, with only 500 gold in wealth and 15 parsnip seeds, as well as a couple missions. I started the day by just walking around and just clearing the farm a little bit. I kind of like the layout of this hilltop farm setting I chose because it's not monotone. It has interesting river cutting through it, and there are several smaller patches of land, which makes the shape more interesting. I saw the extra stone quarry from a distance, but there's a big tree stump blocking me at this point, and I didn't bother to find another path to get to it today. I continue walking around and exploring the farm before I finally started prepping the soil to grow my parsnip seeds. I then water them one by one, which I have to do every day, by the way, to grow the crops. That's just how Stardew Valley is. And after that, I walked around Pelican Town to try and finish my first mission, which is to talk to all 28 residents of the town. As I am doing that, I found a calendar in front of Pierre's general store that has everyone's birthday and events for the spring season. I went inside to check it out and introduced myself to Leah, who happens to be there before I looked at what they're selling there. Mostly spring seeds I can plant for my farm. I'll buy it later because I'm so fixated to try and find all 28 residents for now. Outside of Pierre's general store, I found Alex, so I talked to him, and then this grandma was walking around, so I said hi to her as well. Her name is Evelyn, and she says I can call her Granny. Then I saw these two gals sitting on a bench, so I decided to spook them out and introed myself to Penny and Maru. There's the local bar nearby called Stardrop Saloon, and I went in to see who's in there. Gus is the owner and chef of the saloon, and Emily is the bartender slash waiter there. This other lady walked in earlier, so I also shook hands with her. Her name is Pam. I was about to leave the saloon when I got curious what they're actually selling, so I asked Gus about it. They sell some food and drinks which have health and energy benefits, it looks like. They also have recipes so I can make those food and drinks myself, but that's for later on in the game once I'm not as poor as right now and just scraping by with 15 parsnip seeds. As I was walking out, there's this sketchy dude walking around, so I said hi. His name is Shane, and he's quite rude, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt for now. I wander around and enter this big house without knocking. I saw Granny Evelyn in the kitchen, so like a creep, I sneak behind her to smell her cooking. I then saw a grandpa in the living room who I haven't met, so I said a quick hi to Grandpa George. He understands how a bit irritating it is to have to say hi to all the townspeople, so we immediately become best friends. I continue wandering around to the south of Pelican Town and go to the beach there. I see these worms sticking out of the sand waiting to be dug out, so I use my hoe and receive 2 carrot seeds. I see a seashell too, but right when I try to pick it up, turns out my tiny backpack is full, so I can't have it. It's past 8 p.m. now and it's getting dark, so I need to make my way back to the farm. It's closer through the south entrance, which I haven't been. Turns out there's so much junk and big rocks in that area, so I cannot get through it to get to my cottage with the basic tools I have right now. So I have to make a big loop back into the town in the dark to get to the usual east entrance. I finally arrive back at home and just go to bed immediately. I woke up the next day to 2 letters in the mail. One is from Pierre advertising a bigger backpack to buy, and another one is from the random person I haven't met yet named Willie, saying that he just got back from a fishing trip and he has something cool for me. How random and kind of him, I thought. I started the day by watering my crops as usual, which now have become little buds. I prep another section of the soil for the carrot seeds I got yesterday, as well as a couple mixed seeds. After watering them, I'm going out to town to check out the bigger backpack at Pierre's general store. But lo and behold, it's 2,000 gold, and the poor me do not have that amount of money yet. I decided to get a couple potato seeds from Pierre's for my farm, and now I need to go to the beach to meet Willie for the first time and get whatever item he got for me from his fishing trip, so I make my way there. He seems like a nice guy, and then he gives me a bamboo pole fishing rod. I'm wandering around the town again and I stop by at the museum. There is one kid there which I haven't met, so I creep up to her to say hi. Her name is Jess. Just north of the museum, there is the blacksmith, and his name is Clint. This is where I can upgrade my tools and buy some ores if needed. Then there's the controversial Joja Mart over in this area, basically the company I used to work at. They sell a few random items like Joja Cola, furniture catalog, and also some seeds to rival the more local Pierre's general store. I introduce myself to Morris, who is the customer satisfaction representative. Looks like I can choose to actually become a member of Joja Mart if I want to by going to him. I tried talking to Shane, but he cannot talk to me because he's busy restocking shelves. On the bridge outside of Joja Mart, I see this very purple emo girl, so I say hi to her. Her name is Abigail. I haven't been to the northern part of Pelican Town, so I make my way there and stumble upon this big house, which is where the carpenter lives. I break into their house, but no one is there. So I continue wandering around and stumble upon this camp and Linus, who is a homeless man living there. I felt tired wandering and talking to people today, so I decided to go back to my farm and just do some housekeeping work. I cut some grass and chop down some trees to clear some space. I break a stone and find a geode and a coal. But my backpack is full, so I cannot pick any of them. I got frustrated and I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm just walking around and feeling discombobulated. I finally decided to eat a couple flowers I'm carrying to free up a space in my backpack so I can grab one of the 2 for now. Waking up the next day, it's a rainy morning, which is nice because I don't have to water my plants. I spend the morning clearing the space up so it looks somewhat nicer. I've met 22 residents of Pelican Town so far, so I still have 6 more people to go. I stop by the bulletin board in front of Pierre's and there's a request from Alex for someone to get a Joja Cola. I accept it because I'm trying to build a relationship with him. I enter this mobile home I haven't been to and I see Pam there sitting alone and looking very sad, so I sit next to her. She recently got laid off from her job as a bus driver and she's trying to get it back. Then she could drive me to Calico Desert. I wonder what that place is. I'm wandering around and somehow arrive at this trash can I decide to rummage through. Penny caught me and I felt so embarrassed. Something pops out of the trash can, but my backpack is full, so I cannot pick it up. The usual problem. I decided to craft a new chest to free up my backpack space. I disposed these sap I've gotten from chopping trees, so I have a space to bring the new chest with me. I put my chest inside the house for now, and I can finally transfer some items from my backpack into it. I make my way in the rain to the town's evil lair, Joja Mart. I want to get a Joja Cola for Alex, which is a little quest from yesterday. Once I get the cola, I'm walking around the town in the rain trying to search for Alex. But I cannot find him, which is a little sad. I did meet Haley for the first time, so now I only have 5 more people to go. Right outside the house, I met Sam for the first time, so only 4 more people to go now. I continue my search for Alex, and it leads me to this house. Turns out this is Marnie's ranch, and I introed myself to her, so just 3 more people to go now. This is where I would eventually be able to buy some animals like chickens and cows and pigs and goats later on in the game once I build a coop and a barn. I then continue my hunt for Alex all throughout the South Forest area, then back to town center, then to the beach, then the eastern part of town, then the northern part of town into someone's house, and more forest into the night to no success. At this point, I'm probably deadly ill because of the rain the whole day, so I just go back home and go to bed. The next day is a sunny day. Now that I have space in my backpack, I can pick up the geode from a couple days ago, which the blacksmith can break open for me. As I am wandering around, I see Alex from a distance, and I was so ecstatic finally being able to find him after my adventure in the rain all day yesterday. I was finally able to give the Joja Cola to him, and I received 75 gold as a reward. I make my way to Clint, the blacksmith, to break open the geodes I have found. It's a clay and a limestone. I could donate the limestone to the museum, so I go there to meet Hunter. I go back to my farm to plant the cauliflower seeds I got. I wake up the next day to find a crow just ate one of my parsnip. I was so livid and also devastated. Oh, sad. Today is harvest day, so I pick up all my ripe parsnips and a couple carrots to then be sold for gold. Louis looks quite sad today. He told me that the community center used to be a thing back in the day, and now Joja Corporation is just trying to buy and turn it into a warehouse. He shows me around this creepy space. All of a sudden, I see this green little thing pops up and it really spooks me out. Louis just thinks I'm crazy. I'll have to come back to this place to figure out what it actually is. I walked around the town and saw another worm waiting to be dug out, so I used my hoe and I found a lost book, which just means it expands the museum's library book collection. I go to it to check it out, and it's basically tips and tricks about the game. So for example, once I have an animal later, it's better to have them free roam outside to eat grass than dry hay, so they give me better quality products. I now have a few new missions. One is I have to build a coop so I can raise chickens. Another one is to craft a scarecrow so the crows don't eat my crop anymore, and then to investigate the green creature thingy at the community center. I bought some kale seeds from Pierre's and plant them today so I can earn more money soon. When I'm sleeping at night, I level up to level 1 farming, and I can now craft scarecrows. So the next day is quite pretty with all the cherry petals falling. I notice I have a maple seed in my backpack, so I just plant it randomly on the soil. I see that to craft a scarecrow, I need 50 wood, 1 coal, and 20 fibers. I collected those ingredients from my chest, and now I have 1 scarecrow. With that, I completed the mission and received 100 gold. I go over to the carpenter's house to see how much a coop is, and it's 4,000 gold, 300 wood, and 100 stones, which I'm nowhere near at this point. But this is my new goal in life. At the back of the house, there's Demetrius, so I now only have 2 more people to go. I bought some cauliflower seeds from Pierre's, and just as I'm walking, this beautiful long-haired dude walked in, so I talked to him, and his name is Elliot. So this leaves me with only 1 more person I haven't met in this town. I try to hunt for this person all over the town and walk around like a lunatic, including to the creepy community center with this cryptic symbols. I still couldn't find the last person today, so I'm just going to bed. The next day, I got a letter in the mail from a wizard named M. Rasmodius. He's telling me to pay him a visit, and he has information about the creepy community center. But before I go to the wizard, I want to visit the mines for the first time. As I enter the cave, this guy, Marlin, gives me a rusty sword. He runs the Adventurers Guild outside and he says he can make me a member once I prove myself worthy, whatever that means. I go down the mines to break some stones and also fight these super annoying little green bouncing slimes. Every time I kill it, I get a slime. After a while, I leave the mine to make my way to the wizard in the southern forest area. He shows me the green creature thingy from the community center named Junimos. I tell him that I found the weird cryptic scrolls there. He decides to teleport to see it for himself and trap me alone in the scary cultish cottage. Thankfully, he returns soon after and is able to decipher the cryptic writing. The Junimos want to help me, but in return, they're asking for gifts from the valley. They say I have to be one with the forest. The wizard creates a sketchy concoction consisting baby fern, moss grub, and caramel top toadstool. Then he forces me to drink it up so the forest is within me. Everything becomes green, like I just ate some mushrooms and suddenly I have now gained the power of forest magic and I can now decipher the true meaning of the Junimo scrolls in the community center. I spend the evening just fishing a couple of fish at the farm to sell them for extra cash before I go to bed. I go out of the house the next morning and Clint is already waiting for me right in front of the door. He gives the blueprint for a furnace, which is basically needed to process and smelt the ores I've gotten from breaking stones into metal bars. These metal bars can then be used to upgrade my tools, crafting, and construction. I harvest a few potatoes today, which should make me less poor. I walk to the town center and see there's a notice looking for someone to slay 6 green slimes in the local mine, and I accept the challenge. I buy some parsnip seeds from Pierre's for the farm and I look at what ingredients I need to make a furnace. I need 20 copper ores and 25 stones, which I do not have enough right now. I wander around the town trying to find the last resident of Pelican Town I still haven't met yet. As fate decides, I end up at the carpenter's house when this super emo punky looking dude walks in. His name is Sebastian, and with that, I finally met all 28 residents of the town, but no time to celebrate because I have a new small mission now, which is to give someone a gift. So I pick up this wild horseradish I found on the side of the back road and I give it to Alex. He doesn't seem too excited about it at all, but I get 100 gold by finishing that mission. I feel like doing a bit more fishing, so I go to the pier at the beach this time. I managed to get a couple seaweed and a couple fish, and as I'm walking back to the house, I see Grandpa George being frustrated thinking there's a raccoon rummaging his trash can next to the house. So he asked me to shoo it away. Little does he know, it's actually Linus trying to find some hot, fresh food. He asks if what he's doing is wrong, and I tell him that he should try to get a job and stop leeching of others. He then goes over to the next trash can by Stardrop Saloon, and Gus sees him this time. And Gus is extremely kind, and he gives Linus a basket of zucchini fritters. I wish everyone is like Gus. I get back to the farm, I sell the fish and seaweed I got from the ocean, and I just go to bed. The next day is pretty chill and cozy. I mainly just tidy up the farm, water my crops, walk around the town to the beach, and did some fishing. Then I go to Pierre's. He recognized me this time as Farmer Joshi. I bought some more seeds, plant them on the farm, and chop down some trees. Just a normal day in Stardew Valley. I woke up the next day to a big surprise from Marnie. She found a puppy for me that's been sitting in front of my farm. Of course, I said I would adopt her. I named her Ginger to remind me of my golden retriever dog that I used to have growing up named Ginger as well. By the way, if you'd like to see more of Ginger and me, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can see more of us together. You see what I did there? Demetrius asked me if I could bring him a seaweed today, so I go to the beach to find one. Then I bring it to him for 60 gold. At the moment, I have 3 missions to complete still. First one is to build a furnace, then to reach level 5 in the mines, and to build a coop so I can have chickens. I checked with Robin and I would need 4,000 gold, 300 wood, and 100 stones to build a coop, so that's what I'm currently working toward too. When I was sleeping at night, a fairy came by and sprinkled her fairy dust on my crops. So the next day I wake up and my kale is all ready to be harvested. I really wish that fairy would come by more often. There's a letter in the mail from Robin asking if anyone could help her find her axe, and because I'm so kind, I agreed to help her. I'm walking around town to find the axe when I stumble upon the sewers with a couple kids in front of it trying to get in. It's locked and sounds like Gunther has the key. I think there are definitely mysterious things happening in there. I wonder what it would be, maybe a monster or something. I continue my search for Robin's axe while foraging some green onions. I found the axe in the southern forest area, but my tiny backpack is full again, so I eat a wild horseradish I recently got to free up a spot. I gave the axe back to Robin and received 250 gold as a reward. I got a letter the next morning from Mayor Lewis letting me know there's an egg festival happening tomorrow. I was like, an egg festival? Are we eating eggs together? I go to the blacksmith today to break some geodes and donate some valuable items to the museum. I spend the rest of the day just being the slave of the valley, working non-stop to gain some more wood, stones, and gold. The next day is the egg festival and I am so excited, whatever this is. I quickly water all my crops, then head straight to the town center. Pierre is selling specialty items today like some strawberry seeds, lawn flamingo, and bunny plush, but I'm too poor, obviously, so I'm leaving his stand right away. I'm being social and talk to some residents before Mayor Lewis kicks off the event. It's actually an egg hunt, and I'm competing with the others to get the most eggs in 50 seconds. I managed to get 9 eggs before time runs out, and to my surprise, I actually won first place, and I got a straw hat, which is actually quite cute. That's cute. I'm so tired today, so I just go to bed and decide to try the hat on tomorrow. Look how official I look now with my straw hat. The cherry blossom is happening again today, which makes the whole valley extra pretty. I have enough wood and stones now to build a coop, but not enough gold, so I just really need to slave away even more. I buy a bunch more seeds and extend a farm so it would generate me more money soon. The next day is rainy, so I don't have to water my crops. I got a letter from Robin telling me she can build a well for me for 75 stones and 1,000 gold. I'm like, no thanks, Robin. Can't you see I'm slaving away to build a coop? I also get a care package from Mom and she sent me some cookies. Granny Evelyn gave me a heads up that all my spring crops will die once the season ends, so I have to plan ahead. Such a Debbie Downer. Thanks, Granny. I spent most of the day in the mines trying to reach level 5. I managed to get there and clear the mission, but then a new mission now pops up and I have to go even deeper to level 40, which is going to be quite a feat, especially with these annoying bouncy green slimes and my rusty sword. I found some valuable items, so I go to Hunter to donate them and I receive 9 cauliflower seeds as a reward. I expanded my farm even more and feeling quite accomplished today with all the work I have done. Pierre sent me a letter the next day letting me know he now sells fertilizers. But again, I'm being frugal to save money for my chicken coop here. Marlon also challenged me to slay 10 slimes and I will earn my spot into the Adventurers Guild then. I also learned that I can actually craft my own fertilizer using some sap and I won't need to buy it from Pierre's. I want more seeds, so I go to Pierre's to buy some, and right when I enter, Morris, the Joja Mart customer satisfaction representative, barged in and started screaming to everyone that he's having a 50% sale. Pierre panicked, but I assured him that I won't betray him, even though deep inside I'm actually intrigued by Joja Mart. I expanded my farm and crafted another scarecrow to make sure the crows don't eat my beloved crops. The next day, I have a quest to give Penny a Joja Cola, and once I did, she gives me this prize ticket to be used in a machine inside Mayor Lewis's house. So I go to the mayor's house, and turns out he has this weird slot machine tucked in the corner. Is he a gambler, I wonder? I use the machine and it spits out 12 carrot seeds for me. I expanded my farm a bit more for these new baby carrots. I see on the bulletin board today there's a quest to slay 4 green slimes in the mines, which is not hard at all for 240 gold reward. So I make my way there and start butchering these slimes with my rusty sword, but I only managed to get 2 of them. I've now achieved level 3 farming already, which is quite good, and I can craft a bee house. Robin dropped another advertisement letter offering to expand my house, and I'm like, Robin, I'm still slaving away to build a chicken coop with your service. I think I'm okay with living in my teeny tiny old cottage for now. And then Jody is asking me to give her a cauliflower. I'm a kind person, okay? So I, of course, accepted her request. I go to the blacksmith real quick to break some geodes, and I got a petrified slime and a thunder egg, which I then donated to the museum. As a reward, I received 9 melon seeds for the upcoming summer season. I go back to the mines to slay 2 more slimes to complete my quest from yesterday, and it says to now go talk to Mayor Lewis, so I break into his house, but he's not home. Turns out he's getting drunk early in the day at the bar. He gives me 240 gold as a reward for the 4 slimes I managed to slay. The next day is harvest day. I harvested 10 parsnips and 10 carrots, and I buy more seeds from Pierre's right away since I only have 8 days left of spring and I want to have enough time to grow them. I can't wait for tomorrow because it's the day I'm going to start building my chicken coop now that I have enough money. By the way, if you're still here with me on day 20, clearly you're enjoying this video, so give it a like and my channel a subscribe for more cozy gaming videos. Alright, so the next day, the 21st of spring, I make my way to Robin and finally hire her to build a chicken coop for me. She must be so happy after a million advertisement letters she's been sending me this whole season. I picked a spot for it where there are some grass outside so I can let my chickens free roam eventually and eat them. I'm curious about the bookseller who's in town today, so I make my way to it. Turns out it's a guy in this little shack with a hot air balloon next to it. He sells a bunch of books that would be able to increase my skills, but none of them is affordable to me at the moment since I just gave most of my money to Robin. I donated a couple items to the museum from the geodes I had, and Hunter gave me a standing geode decor as a reward. I put it in the corner of my teeny tiny cottage, but to be honest, I'm not a fan of it. But I just let it be there to fill up the blank space for now. It's raining again the next day and my strawberries are ready to be harvested. I hear this chopping wood sound and I thought it's like a ghost or something. Why am I hearing like someone chopping wood? You guys hear that? Turns out it's poor Robin building my coop in the pouring rain. Wish I could give her a hot chocolate or something. I spent the afternoon planting some more seeds to maximize the remaining of spring. The next day, Mayor Lewis told me there will be a flower dance tomorrow on the 24th. In my mind, I just thought of that thriller movie Midsummer and how Pelican Town is starting to look more and more like a cult community. I suddenly remembered that I still need to craft a furnace, so I did and I smelt my copper ores. I'm foraging a little bit today and I see Jazz skipping rope in the rain. Like, what a weird kid. Maybe her mom punished her or something. I also suddenly remembered that I should start to give the Junimos in the community center gifts of the valley, as they said. It looks like I have some qualifying items here, so I plan to go there tomorrow and give my offering. Today is harvest day and I sell a bunch of turnips and cauliflowers. And as I promised myself yesterday, I'm making my way to the creepy community center and give the Junimos some offerings. This particular scroll contains various foraging bundles from the 4 seasons, and I give a couple items for the spring bundle. I then make my way to the Flower Dance Festival that Mayor Lewis told me yesterday. It's actually quite pretty, and there's a big turkey and a giant jelly sitting on the table. So the dance begins, and I'm like, it does look like a creepy cult, and it does remind me of the Midsummer movie. I don't know, you guys be the judge of Pelican Town here. The COOP is finally done today, and I am legit so excited because ranching is my favorite part of Stardew Valley. I want to give Jody a cauliflower as she had requested before, so I go find her in her house, and I got 350 gold as a reward from her. I go back to the community center to complete the spring foraging bundle, and as a reward, I got 30 spring seeds, although it's quite late now since spring is almost over. I guess I'll save it for next spring, so I just store it in the chest for now. Today is a big harvest day. I mean, look at all those plump and ripe crop waiting to be harvested and sold. It feels so satisfying, and at this moment, I do feel rich, you guys. I also give a couple of those crops to the spring crop bundle scroll in the community center. I thought of buying the chickens today for my coop, but I decided to hold off until the first day of summer so I can focus on my crops and just doing some housekeeping around the farm. I make 4,566 gold from today's harvest, which is the biggest earning per day I've had so far in the game. Second to last day of spring, I harvested some more leftover crop and I go to my quarry, which I haven't been this whole season because I forgot I have one. This is why I chose Hilltop Farm when I first started the farm, so that I could easily get some extra stones, ores, and geodes. And finally, you guys, the last day of spring is here and I am very excited for summer to begin tomorrow. I'm getting tired of spring, and at this point, I've spent about 7 hours of gameplay hours, so I'm ready for a scenery change. I got a letter from mom, and she gave me 500 gold from an envelope she found that my dead grandpa had left for me a long time ago. How creepy. I spent a good chunk of the day today clearing out my farm a little so it looks somewhat tidier and nicer. And I finally upgraded my tiny backpack, so now it has 24 slots instead of just 12. And with that, it's the end of spring year 1 at Stardew Valley. I am so excited for summer and to start ranching. If you stay all the way till the end of this video, I want to thank you for it. Please give my video a like and subscribe to my cozy channel if you haven't already. I do Stardew stream every Monday at 6 p.m, so please say hi to me there, and I hope you join me as we continue to build Cozyville Farm together. I link more videos for you here to watch as well as in the description below, so be sure to check them out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!